Our top story this afternoon, the man accused of killing UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson remains behind bars after being arraigned on murder and terrorism charges this morning in New York. Luigi Mangione was flanked by heavy law enforcement presence at all times. The accused killer pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder as an act of terrorism and his 10 other state-level counts. Today's appearance was not for any of the federal charges he's facing, some of which carry the possibility of the death penalty. His lawyer argued today the multiple investigations are conflicting with his right to a fair trial.
These federal and state prosecutors are coordinating with one another, but at the expense of him. They have conflicting theories in their indictments, and they are literally treating him like he is like some sort of political fodder, like some sort of spectacle. He was on display for everyone to see in the biggest staged perp walk I've ever seen in my career. It was absolutely unnecessary.
Joining me now, CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano, who's been tracking all of this inside and outside the courtroom today. Lilia, start with explaining to us what she was talking about there when she says her client is being denied a fair trial.
Well, what Karen Friedman Agnifilo is doing here, Chanel, is a number of things. She is alleging that the state's case, which is these 11 charges, including first-degree murder, which is rare in Manhattan, in connection with terrorism, and the federal charges, which include murder and stalking, are warring against each other. These two jurisdictions are warring against each other. I was just having a conversation with a CBS News legal contributor, Ricky Kleeman, and I asked her precisely about that. And she said, I said, you know, are they in opposition or could they be complementary? Ricky seems to think that they can be complementary because one is saying that he killed Thompson after stalking him or stalked him with the purpose of killing him. The other one is with the purpose of terrorism. But all of those things can be true at the same time. And although it is rare in a case like this one that does not include a civil rights accusation for the state and for the federal government to be working together, that it's not as unusual as his defense would lay it out. The other thing that Karen Friedman Agnifilo was doing is she was pointing the finger directly at Mayor Eric Adams. She was saying they're playing political games, not just the prosecutors prosecuting this case, both the federal and the state, but also the mayor himself. She's saying there's no need for the mayor to have been there. No one better than him understands, and I'm paraphrasing, but no one better than him understands the presumption of innocence given his own cases in court right now. And so what she's saying is this is being politicized, perhaps in an attempt to change the venue, alleging that it's going to be very hard to get a jury pool that's not tainted by all of these histrionics, by all of this show of force, by the mayor, you know, walking next to, in this perp walk, which she called this very staged perp walk, walking next to the defendant. And look, there's two ways of seeing this. It's either they're making their case stronger, coming in with this person who they're pointing their finger at as a terrorist, or they're strengthening the opinion of so many people in the public. And I'll tell you, today there were multiple, I didn't count, but more than a dozen people who seemed to be there in support of Luigi Mangione, and another dozen or more outside protesting. And we heard them. Yeah, we heard them when we were live earlier, when I was in front of the court. And, you know, this all seems like an unnecessary either show of force or a show, which it could serve either case depending on how you're seeing it. Either the police are, and the prosecutors are exaggerating the charges, or the other way, which is, look, this is a very dangerous terrorist, which is what the prosecutors and Mayor Adams and the police is trying to show in their, as Karen Agnifilo mentioned, massive or in her words, staged perp walk.
Okay, lots to follow here. Lilia, thank you so much. We appreciate it.